guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. You're welcome. Yes, you're welcome to today's video. So first of all guys, I'm sorry I didn't drop a video last week. Yeah, I know a lot of us were expecting, and I'm sorry I was unable to drop a video due to some other reasons, and also needing a break like from the whole thing. But I'm back today with another video. So before we start today, please guys, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Don't forget to like and to share this video, and also don't forget to comment. I've been seeing your comments guys, and they're amazing. Thank you so much for the love. Like, thank you guys for the love and everything. It's just, yeah, it's amazing. Like, thank you. Keep the comments coming. Let's keep sharing the video. Thank you so much. So today's video, I don't know why I want to make today's video like very short. Yes, today's video we're going to be talking about how I eventually got to know what was wrong with me, like over the years, and also some of the treatments that I tried. Yeah, and also like life after high school, all that. So stay tuned. So yeah, how did I get to know what was wrong with me, as I know what it was called and all that. So if you recall my last video when I was sharing some of the experiences, like when people asked me, then I still did not know what was wrong with me. I just knew, okay, the hair is not growing, so I didn't know, and that sort of made me more and more depressed. So I think it was during one of the holidays that we have in school back then, and I was just at home sitting alone in my room. I was sitting alone, and I was just there. I think I was just quiet. I can't remember what exactly it is I was doing. I think I was just quiet, like meditating something. And while I was just there, there was just that prompting, like, take your phone, pick up your phone and check this thing online. And I was like, nah. Yeah, I was doing my teenage years, so I was like, okay. At first I was skeptical, like, okay, because first when I knew, I thought like I was the only one in the whole wide world that was going through this. Like, there's nobody else going through this, nobody else will understand, and all those things. So I was a bit skeptical, but the nudge kept coming, the voice was coming, just check. So I picked up the phone and then started checking, and I was checking, and I think I just pressed, I don't know what I pressed, but I checked, and like maybe condition with like hair is not growing, it's falling out, and all those things. And then it just came out like at a go, and I was like, oh, is this it? And I kept searching and searching for that, and I saw that, oh, it actually has a name, alopecia. Oh, and then I was like, okay. Then I saw pictures of other people that are going through the very same thing, pictures with people with no eyelashes, no eyebrows. I was like, wow. And my first thought was like, okay, I'm not the only one that is going through this. Like, there are other people that understand me, meaning if there's a name for it, then there should be a cure. And oh, like, I was happy. Like, I was just happy. It's like being in it. It's like I don't want to call it a bondage, but like being enclosed in something that you don't even know, and that is like being subjected to what people tell you. If you don't know something, if someone comes and say, oh, it's this, you're just gonna believe. So I was so happy. I started reading about it. I researched for that. Then I went straight to the treatment. I wanted to know, okay, now that I know it as a name, what are the treatments and what can be done like about it. So I started searching, and I came across some like few options, of course, and the one I could do at that time was the corticosteroids treatment, which was part of what I had like found. So I was so happy. I went through everything. So I saw that, okay, it is, I was supposed to see the doctor. I was supposed to see the dermatologist that will go through the process and start the treatment with me. Like, I was super excited. Like, that day I was happy. So I went to tell my mom, like, oh yes, now I know what it's called. It has a name. It's called alopecia and this and that, and it has a treatment. We can go to the hospital. I was just saying a lot of things. I was like, calm down. Like, okay. So I explained to her. She was like, okay, we're going to go to the hospital. We'll go see the dermatologist. we'll make appointments. Like I was so happy. I remember sharing the moment with my sisters as well. They were super happy. Like it's like you have a bit of hope. Like I got super happy. And then we went through the process, appointments. The day I was to go, I think I could not even sleep. Like I couldn't sleep. And prior to that time, we tried going to hospitals. Yeah, but yeah, we tried going to a hospital. I remember we went to a particular doctor and he didn't even know what was wrong. I think it was when it was starting, because then there were just patches and stuff. And was telling me it means dandruff and stuff. I'm not taking care of my hair. Like I should try to take care of my hair more and all that. And I was just like, I believed. I was like, okay, I'll take care of it and stuff. But it didn't work. Anyway, back to my story. So the day we were to go, I was super excited. I went with my mom. I was like, one of the queue. I called my name. I went in. The doctor was like, okay, what's wrong? My mom was like, hey, what's the name you called it again? I told her alopecia. And I was like, oh, how did you know if it's alopecia? I read about this stuff. She was like, okay, she's still going to check and everything. So, and I was a bit skeptical because then I was just I was covering up and stuff. And she was like, okay, can she check? I'm like, she should close the door, so because I wanted privacy, like ish. So okay, I would close the thing. She opened, she checked everything. She was like, yeah, it's alopecia. And she talked about alopecia and everything. Me, I already knew about it, so I was just smiling. My mom was now okay, listening, and we asked, okay, treatment, what is she going to do? Then she said about the corticosteroid treatment is what I will be able to do right now, and that I'll be using the corticosteroid injections. And this particular injection, I'll be injected on my scalp. Yes, I'll be injected on my scalp. So she explained that the side effects that she told me it's going to affect my menstrual cycle and all that, and also I have headaches and stuff. Aside that's stuff. Me, I just didn't even care about the side effects and stuff. All I wanted, I was happy. Okay, there's a treatment. My hair is gonna grow. All this is gonna stop, and I was just happy. I couldn't even wait for the next appointment. So I think I was supposed to now be taking the injections like every. I think it was twice every month. Yeah, twice every month. So was to come and take them, and so we scheduled for starting the whole process and everything. I was super excited. We went home, I was already I was making plans and stuff, and I was super happy. When I went to school, I was just like, oh yeah, and I was happy. So the time came for treatment, and I went for the very first treatment, guys. These injections are super painful. Can't imagine getting injections on your scalp, like your bare scalp. Oh my god, they're very painful. Like, I remember that time I went with my mom, she couldn't even look at it up there. The patient was like, but me, I was happily enduring the pain. I was like, okay, you just have to take this pain, knowing that I was trimming off my hair already, and it was painful, guys, very painful, and painful headaches afterwards. It was very painful. And just imagine, after taking the injection and stuff, there's still like blood on your scalp and everything. You still have to wear everything and cover. Like, it was, yeah, it was painful. Yeah, but I was just excited. I was just looking forward to the results and stuff. And yeah, that's why I started the treatment and started the appointment. Sometimes I'll be in school when mom will come and it will be time for appointment, and we'll go for the appointment and get the treatment. So then I noticed, like, while the injection was going on, because my dad was also monitoring like the process and everything. So while it was going on, like, so we noticed that on the scalp, now the scalp started becoming like uneven. There were like some pitted like holes, like, yeah, like pitted holes. I don't know if you understand, like on the side of the scalp being like, even. Then I started forming some holes there where the injection, like all the scalp, are now becoming uneven. So when we just started, we talked about it. We complained to the doctor. She was like, it's normal that once the hair start growing, that everything will come back and all that. So I continued with the injection, and the hole started, like, as if my scalp was disfigured. But then one thing was, there were now some very nice small coily hairs that started growing. I was happy, I would play with them. It was just in patches. It was growing in patches. I would play with those small hairs, they were coily. But then the pitted holes was like a concern to my dad. Me, I was not seeing holes. I just want to see hair. Like, even if it goes, as long as the hair comes, the hair will cover everything. Like, that was where I just wanted everything to be back to normal. Hair grew, eyebrows grew, lashes grew, everything. But and I started getting concerned about it, and I was like, Aisha, I'm not happy with these holes and stuff. You come and check. Aisha would have headaches for days. My menstrual cycle would get delayed a lot because of the injection I was taking and stuff. So I think this went on like for a while. I can't remember the duration. The hair was growing, the curly hairs, and after, I think, I'm trying to remember if it was after I finished high school, because I know I was close to finishing when all this started. I can't really remember the accurate years, but yeah, eventually I had to stop because my dad was like, no, like the way is my scalp forward and everything, was getting concerned about it. So he asked me to stop, and besides, the hair were only growing like in patches now. It wasn't something even. So it was as if maybe the patches that I started the hair loss earlier, it was just growing in those same patches. Yeah, so it wasn't even, and it was not like, you need to stop this and stuff. Like, ish. Of course, I understand this point, but at that time, I won't really be seeing it at this point. I just wanted to, I just wanted to see her and be happy with my life and stuff. So eventually, I stopped. And yeah, when I stopped, I got so depressed all over again. So I got depressed such that every day that corona time, even the small ones, I lost them. I decided falling out again. So each day, I was already depressed about the whole treatment thing, but later I understood, because the headaches were a lot of pain. My periods were irregular. I wasn't sure if it also affected my appetite or so. I was depressed again. So now seeing the hair that I had endured pain to get now going and falling off, I got depressed all over again. Like, I just got so depressed about the whole thing, and it was as if I gave up, like, on everything. It was as if I gave up. Like, I got really depressed because I really had hope. And now after I was done with high school, at least now I go wear wigs and stuff. Oh my god, sometimes under the sun I'll be sweating, but you can tune the wigs. And yeah, I remember there was time when I went to collect those injections, and I had to, after collecting them and the blood, I still had to wear a wig on it and stuff, and I'll be in pain till I get home, just so I can remove and endure. Sometimes I'll be in pain when I get picked from school to go get the injections. I'll still be in pain coming back, and the whole thing that will start again with people talking and laughing might be, I'm already bearing the pain of the injection. Like, it was hard to even tell people like I was taking injection on my scalp, because that was the first time I was hearing that. And when I even tried to explain to people now that I know what's wrong, they still didn't believe it. Just like, she's just making this up anyway. So eventually I stopped, and across the years there will be other things that will come up, and I'm like, oh, she should try this, try that, I'll have hope again and all that. And then took all that way again. And there are times I'll actually have outbursts, like emotional outbursts. I'll just burst out crying, like, why me, and all that. We get a lot of drugs, you get a lot of this, a lot of that, but it seemed like nothing was working and stuff. I got really depressed, and this affected me my studies greatly because I wasn't studying. I wasn't doing anything. All I was thinking of was my hair. And you know, after high school, you think okay, everything's gonna be better and stuff, but now it's worse because now as a young girl, you know, growing up and stuff, people around you now, there's the, how do I put it now? You've passed puberty, like you're hitting puberty, during that stage, and you know, the girls around you, they're now, you know, being noticed by men. Let me say it that way, like that stage. And here I am, not feeling beautiful or anything. So I just like, nah, it's like, so I was just depressed about everything in life, just depressed. And sometimes I wish I could just kill myself. Those were actual things that happened, because I felt like, what's my use here anyway? I saw myself as a source of wasting money because of all the things that had been tried, and it seemed like nothing was working. So I'll get depressed when something is not working. Like, you know, my hopes are raised today, this is happening, and then tomorrow it goes. Like, there was nothing I didn't hear. There's a time they said I should even put urine on my head, to put urine on your hair and stay outside in the sun, to like different things. I got tired and okay, enough, like enough. You come today, you raise my hopes up, and it starts again. I'm back to square one. So I was like, okay, let's just, you know, leave this whole thing. I'll be fine. So I was completely depressed and stuff. Like, it so much affected my relationship life, affected my education, and yeah, so that was basically all about it. Yes, so I stopped at a point. I just stopped, and I would like to add that the fact, so we got to a point, like the part where I didn't want anything anymore, that during the midst of all this, I was always questioning God, why me, this and that. Like, yeah, I was a Christian, I was born to a Christian home, so I was like, God, why me? Like, just talk to me, like, why is this happening to me? So I remember an encounter such that I talked so much, and God was just, I think God was just trying to show me, like, you know, this is for a purpose and anything. But at that point, I didn't want to understand anything. All I wanted was wanted my hair and stuff. And it was at that point I actually had an encounter with God. That was when I got to know the person of the Holy Spirit much more better. I was doing all this process. I dedicated my life to Christ, because I realized that, you know, Christianity is a personal thing. It's not just about you growing up in a Christian house and you're just going to church just because you have been asked to go. So I realized it was a personal thing. And I remember I got baptized with the Holy Spirit, and knowing the person of the Holy Spirit actually made the walk easier. So I would say that was like the beginning of the healing part for me, because this is a girl who is depressed, full of like anger, bitterness at herself, at everyone, at what she's going through, at God for allowing this to happen to her. Like, how could you take my hair of all things? Like, so many things were just bottled up inside, and I would just always keep to myself. And people would wonder, why is this child always keeping to herself? But a whole lot of things was going on. I had so much bottled in, like so much. So knowing the person of the Holy Spirit helped me. That's when the healing started. Because when God wants to heal you, it starts from within, because you really need to let go of all those things. It's not about only just the physical manifestation of the healing. It needs to heal your heart, because his heart is broken, is depressed. It needs to give you joy that will be bubbling forth. So that was how it all started with me. And the first thing that he had to teach me is how to see myself as a beautiful girl, and how to help my self-esteem, how to make me realize how valuable I am to him, and to love others, to love myself, to just show love around, to forgive. Through this journey, I learned forgiveness, I learned love, I learned to still pray for people that hurt you. and a whole lot of other things, like a whole lot. And above all, it also made me to be extra sensitive to the needs of people, such that okay, like you're very sensitive to people, knowing that this particular words I speak might affect this person in a particular way. So that was just the beginning of healing for me, because my heart needed to be healed and needed to let go of a lot of things, and needed to love myself esteem needed to be restored. Because despite that, when people want to even like be in a relationship with me, I would refuse, because I didn't see myself beautiful, and I didn't see the need to bring me into your life, because I didn't see myself worth anything anyways. So yeah, I think we're just going to stop here, because so this like will be like the last video of the journey with me, yeah, because we're going to be starting other series that is going to involve like things pertaining to relationship with ourselves, and in those series I will continue, so that how I overcame all those things and some of the things I did, like practical things. I know there are a lot of people that are struggling with self-esteem and all that, so how I was able to overcome that and see myself the way I am, how God has healed my heart and everything. So that was just the beginning for me, like the beginning of my healing. The Holy Spirit really did help me all that, and my walk with God really helped me. So that will be the end of the video today. I hope that we are inspired, and next week, just before we start the other series I talk about, we're still going to have another journey series with someone else, because I just want us to really tackle a lot of things that have to do with our personal relationship with ourselves. Because when we look at the greatest commandment of God, like to us, of Jesus Christ to us, he said that he summed up in these two commandments. He said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength and might. And the second one is what? Love your neighbor as yourself. Meaning you need to love yourself. You need to have a relationship with yourself. If you do not love yourself, there is no way you're going to love other people, because you can't give what you don't have. So it's very important, and a lot of things in our physical appearances affect the way that we view ourselves. So that's why even as we are taking the journey series with other people, we'll also be taking subtopics of these things out of, particularly with loving ourselves. That will be the first thing we're going to be starting with after the journey series. Loving ourselves, how to build your self-esteem, how I overcame my own low self-esteem. And we're also going to see the journey through the eyes of others, what other people have gone through. It might be something just minor, but it affects people differently. So we'll be able to see that. So we'll be having a special guest in the next video, like we'll be sharing some of our personal experiences also with us. So stay tuned to this channel, guys. There are a lot of series we're going to talk about, even bullying. Oh my god, that's why I didn't really share much. There are a lot of stories there and all. So as time goes on, I will be releasing like bits of my personal experiences that I've gone through, because I felt like alopecia took basically everything away from me. That was how I felt, like it affected every area of my life, and I feel like it took everything away from me. But you know what, the Bible said that the devil comes to kill, to steal, and to destroy, but God comes so that's what, that you may have life and have it abundantly. And that is the life that is at work in me right now, because I have the life of God in me, and I'm alive to God. So that's the important thing. And when you are alive, you claim back everything that the devil has stolen from you. You claim back your joy, your health, everything. So stay tuned, guys. We've come to the end of this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, to like and share this video. Also don't forget to comment, okay? And like I've been saying, please, if you want to share your testimony, please reach out to me on my link below. You see it in the description box. My link below, my email is there, my Instagram handle is there. Please reach out to me. We would love to hear your story. So thank you so very much, guys, for staying tuned to the end. And God bless you, and have a blessed week ahead. Keep winning, and remember that you are beautiful, you are valued, you are loved. Bye bye.